The following program is a production of Naleo TV.
Welcome to the Audrey Wilson's cooking show, and today I have my sidekick, Pat Aiona Jr.
Hello.
And the good thing about Pat is he has no idea about how to even boil water. So we're going to teach him how to even do that. So that is the amazing thing. And today we're going to cook some Japanese dishes. We're going to cook mochi. You can do it at home. We don't want to compete with a very wonderful mochi shop in town, but you can do some at home. We also are going to do a miso soup, very easy. I'm going to show you how to do a very basic miso soup using ichiban dashi. And then we're going to do a Soboro rice bowl dish that is very popular with children in Japan. So let's start cooking, Pat. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with the mochi because it takes about 25 minutes to steam. So I need to have the water on high. This is 2 2/3 cup of water, and I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar. So what you need to do is, as it boils, can you just mix it to dissolve the sugar? We'll start there. And then we're going to add in 1 pound box of mochiko that we will put in. It's starting to cook now. Yeah, but you can start mixing it because what I want is for that to dissolve. So 1 pound of mochiko and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to make a well after you're done, and then we're going to pour this all at once, okay?
Nice.
Then we're going to put this on parchment paper. I mean, how easy is that? We don't have to pound anything.
Very
And
easy.
then we're going to put that in the steamer. I'm going to turn on the steamer here. And we'll have it on high, so I'll have a nice steam. How's the water boiling, Pat?
Getting there.
Getting there. Okay.
Slowly.
The main thing is I have hot water and I have the sugar dissolved. Okay, do you cook at home, Pat?
Oh, not much.
What do you cook at home? You can
I'll broil a ribeye. I'll cook on the grill.
Okay, so we're going to teach you this, that you can do this for your family. You can do this for your kids, because I teach at EVD Silva and I cook mochi for them. They do it together, and we make this sotobo rice bowl, and they love it.
Nice.
They absolutely love it. So we're going to do that. A favorite of these kids, and so now you can go home and you can cook it for your kids.
Sweet.
2 of their favorite things is making mochi. They make a mess of it, but they just love to do it. And then the other thing is this sotobo, the rice dish, the rice bowl. We want to make sure that this mochiko is cooked really well. So part of it is getting cooked with the hot water here, and then the other part is steaming it for 25 minutes. Okay, so I think it's hot right now. I'm gonna turn it off.
Sugar's just about gone.
Yeah, as long as the sugars, and I need that. So pouring it all at once, and I need that spatula.
There you go.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is, Pat, you're gonna mix this until everything is dissolved and it's smooth.
Got it.
Okay, can you do that? Can you see the clumping there? You have to mix it really good. Maybe you can show the camera what it's starting to look like. There's some clumping here, but it's, as he mixes it, he will smooth it out, and then you'll actually be making mochi just like this.
Nice,
very,
easy.
Very easy. Yeah, that's why the kids love it, because it's so easy. And when they're in the kitchen, they actually can help you cook this. That's what I do at the after school program is I make them.
I can see
mix
them
it.
loving it and making a mess.
Yeah. The worst part is when they make the
Parchment.
no, when they make the mochi and there's potato starch all over the table. That's the worst part. As you can see, it's a very soft dough. What's easier is if I take this here, put the parchment paper on this and pour it in. Okay, now, do you have a timer? As soon as it goes on, I need 25 minutes. Okay, when this is cooked, what you'll see is this, you see how murky white it is? It'll turn kind of clear.
Okay.
So then you know it's gonna be cooked. Okay. So let's time it for 25 minutes now, and we'll start on our next dish. We'll do the miso soup right now. Okay, do you do miso soup at home or do you do package?
Package.
This is why we have to teach you this, okay? What we have is 4.5 cups of cold water. And I just went to Japan. I love to go to Japan, and right now with the ability to go to Japan through Kona, you can just go to Kona and drive to Kona and you can go to Japan. So I went there and I went to this street that is called Kappabashi. This Kappabashi is a kitchen street.
Wow.
Everything a restaurant would possibly need, you can buy it there. So this is dashi kombu, maybe a couple pieces of this.
And what is that for?
This gives flavor. It gives you that nice umami seaweed flavor. And I tell you, in Japan, seaweed is used so much as a base. This is what you call ichiban dashi. And that's why people in Japan don't get goiter. They eat so much iodine. You know, that's why Morton salt have to put in iodine, because people in the Midwest and the middle United States, they never got to eat seafood, and so they ended up with goiter. But then in Japan, it's never a problem. It's never a disease because they eat so much seaweed. The other thing that we need to put in is called katsuobushi, and this is another thing I brought in. This is the shade. So you see how this has been shaved like this. See how fine it is? So we're gonna put about, this one looks different. It has some other things. We're gonna put about half a cup of that. And this is the creation of ichiban dashi. Now I need to lower the fire. The reason is you never boil the kombu. What happens is when you boil that kombu, it'll get bitter. So you just kind of lightly, gently cook it for about 10 minutes. Okay, so while this ichiban dashi is cooking, Pat, can you open this and drain it?
Got it. Right up my alley.
And what we're going to do is, not many people do this, but for the tofu, what is good to do is once you have it ready, is to kind of dry it, because you don't want any of those flavors to go into the miso soup, because you just have this wonderful miso soup and you want to just have dry tofu. So, got it?
Got it.
What we're going to do here, and of course one day we might teach you how to make tofu.
All right.
I make tofu out of soybeans. I soak it and then boil it. Okay, so I got this. I want to dry it first. So you really want it to be nice and dry. And some beautiful tofu. In Japan, they eat miso soup for breakfast. They put the tofu, which is your protein, and they might put other seaweed items in it to give it you get the calcium. You know that a lot of these seaweed has more calcium than milk.
No kidding.
Yeah, because you think about it, kids in Japan don't drink milk.
Interesting.
They drink tea, right? And their source of calcium is from the seaweed.
I had no idea. That helps with mine.
It is
How to drink
really,
milk.
yeah, it's really a wonderful source of calcium. So we got the tofu ready for our miso soup. We got this boiled for about 10 minutes. One more thing we need is green onions. This is a very important ingredient in this. Let me talk to you a little bit about green onions. I cleaned it, took off all the sand or dirt that's in here already. I washed it off. And then I'm just gonna cut it. How do you store green onions when you buy it? Sometimes you don't need it all, right?
Yeah.
And so what you do is you put it in a plastic container. You line that plastic container with paper towel, put it in the refrigerator. Then the green onions will last you about 1 week.
Nice.
So that's the best way to keep green onions. I do this with cilantro. So you see how it's just
Yeah,
wrapped
perfect.
nice and dry. And it'll keep it ready for when you need your miso soup. Get my miso soup bowl ready. I'm going to remove the seaweed. And do you know, I had this in one of my columns last week, but you never throw this away. This one, you actually cut it up.
Yeah.
You know how you eat furikake
Oh,
or
yeah.
you eat tsukidani like
Yeah.
that with hot rice?
Yeah.
You can make with this. So I save this. In my refrigerator, I have several of these, you know, after I
Yeah.
made miso soup. So I save this, and then when I have a bunch, like about 5 or 6 of these, then I'll cut it up and I'll cook it with some shoyu and sake.
Nice.
So this I save. So we don't throw it away. We don't throw anything away. And then I'll make tsukidani for hot rice one day. So I'm going to leave the katsuobushi just because it gives some nice flavors. So now what I'm going to do is I buy miso, and I buy the non-GMO miso from Japan,
Wow.
the white miso, and then I just put it in a glass jar. I like this non-GMO. Okay, so we're gonna put about a half a cup. And what you usually do if you're in Japan, and I didn't bring it, is you have a strainer and you strain it
Oh wow.
to make sure that you don't put any hard one. But I didn't bring the strainer, so we're just gonna put in about, what do you think, Pat? Is that half a cup? No, not yet. That's about a quarter.
You're asking the wrong guy. I looked almost there.
You can tell.
Yeah.
We're gonna mix this up. How simple is that? We've already made
Nice.
miso soup, so it's really,
Nice.
really easy. Now we just gotta make sure this dissolves. And then one of the things I always say is when you cook, you always taste it to make sure you have enough. In this case, we're gonna taste it to see if it has enough miso. Okay, we've got the miso all dissolved. And what I'm going to do is, it's pretty
Good
good
stuff.
now.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you a sample.
All right.
So I'm gonna put some tofu. And you could also put the tofu in there if you want it to be hot.
Yeah.
Right now I'm putting cold tofu, so it's gonna affect the temperature of your miso soup.
It's perfect for me. I don't like too hot, too cold.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so here we go. I got some miso soup for you.
Awesome.
Okay, try that. And then, like I said, I left the katsuobushi, so there's some fish shaven.
Nice.
Okay, try that. Yeah, you're supposed to drink it like that.
Good.
Good?
Yeah,
And it's just so easy, right?
Yep.
So the next thing we're gonna do now, we have miso soup, is we're going to do a wonderful, wonderful lunch. Japanese mothers will cook this in the morning for their children. And they'll put it in these wonderful containers that already has their spoon and their fork.
So Lunchables are a no-go,
No, absolutely no go.
Okay.
I am so against Lunchables. Do you serve your kids Lunchables?
At soccer,
No, it has so much nitrates and salt.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, if you cook it from scratch, anything is better than
for sure.
process of
Yeah,
prepared food.
absolutely.
What happens is they have to put extra salt
Yeah.
to make it
Preserves,
last.
yeah.
I bet if you had a Lunchable, you could keep it for 3 years.
Probably doesn't need
5
to go in the
years.
fridge, yeah.
I mean, it has so much preservatives.
Yeah.
So no, we don't want that. First thing we need to do. Okay, this is what you also is called a ginger ground chicken or turkey dish. So what's the most important thing is ginger, and you know how good ginger is for you, and it's a good way for you to get to have your kids eat ginger. So what I'm going to have you do, first of all, the best way to peel ginger is with a spoon. So we're going to use this spoon. So just do it like this. Can you peel this all off for me? I'll give you space right here, Pat, and put it right there. Peel this all. And it doesn't really matter if you miss some of the skins because we're going to grate it.
Yeah.
I need 2 teaspoons of ginger juice. For the little kids, there's absolutely no ginger in here.
No ginger face when they bite into it.
There's no bits of ginger. You know how ginger
Oh, yeah.
has the fibers and all
Yeah.
of that?
None of that.
There's none of that, okay? Okay, now, the other thing that is wonderful about this dish, here we go, we're comparing this to Lunchables, Pat.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna give them brown rice, and I'm very particular about my rice.
Yeah.
I buy this brown whole grain brown rice, but it's easy cook. So you treat it like white rice, but
Yeah.
it has all of the nutrients of brown rice. We're also gonna put peas and carrots on top of it. So we're giving the kids added the vegetables
Yeah.
that they won't eat. But you know what? The kids, when I cook this for them, they eat vegetables. Even if they don't like peas, of course most kids like corn, but if they don't like peas, they will eat it. So we probably need about that much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get our ground turkey or chicken, ground meat, and I'm going to start cooking it. Okay, so we put the ground poultry in here. Usually you use ground chicken. And then, how you doing?
Getting there.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, I want you to grate this in there.
The ginger, not my fingers.
Not your I don't want no
Got it.
blood. I always tell the
Alright.
kids, I don't want any red. Ginger, I want only ginger in there. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of sake. This gets dissipated out the liquid. So, 4 tablespoons.
You know, check on the sake like Auntie Marielani.
No, not some for me and some for. This is mostly drinking sake. It's not really
Cooking.
not good for cooking. Yeah. And then I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of sugar. One, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to separate this. How you doing?
I have no idea.
You know, okay, you're doing good, but you need to, I need it in the bowl, not on, so do this, so that it goes inside. I need all the juices, because otherwise, I'm gonna make you peel all of this so I get
All right, I'll get to work on
teaspoons
it.
of ginger juice, so you gotta work on that. I need 2 teaspoons of juice. Okay, our mochi is almost done. We have a minute to go on that. See how fast we got our dessert going. But the fun part is yet to come, Pat.
The eating.
No, the part of you making mochi.
Gotcha.
That's gonna be the hard part, I know. See, it's pretty much in that crumb-like texture right now. It's all in little pieces. At this point, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, and so we'll get that going. Was that 3?
Yeah.
You sure you wasn't drinking some of that sake?
Lost count. 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, we got the peas pretty much cooked now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain it and I'm gonna cook the corn now. Okay, now I'm gonna cook the corn. Put this here on one side. Get the corn ready. Cook the equal amount of corn. How's that, Pat? You think that's
Yeah,
equal?
looks same.
Okay, I need the ginger.
All right, how we looking?
Okay, let's see. Let's see how you do. Okay.
I made a mess. I did that.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Now this is how you get ginger juice.
Squeeze it.
Two, 1. I don't know. 2. I think we did it.
All right.
Yay! But you see how much you have to grate, and we
Yeah.
only got 2 teaspoons of ginger. We need the rice. And let's see, this is for the older girl. Eats about this much rice, and this is for the younger boy, brother, who eats about this much rice. Okay, so use a chopstick, and you figure if you're not good at figuring it out.
Yeah.
A chopstick is you divide it into 3 like this.
Yeah.
And I think I want to put the,
Oh, you went sections.
yeah, so you section it off for them.
Nice.
So it's a really pretty dish. Then you put the peas on one side. And if your kids like pickled ginger, I have pickled ginger too, and that would be a decoration. And then on the other side, you put the corn. Okay. And you got this beautiful dish that when she opens up her lunch, she'll have
Yeah.
a beautiful lunch. And like I said, if they like pickled ginger, and a lot of these Japanese kids, they grow up from a very young age eating ginger. And mother likes to decorate. You go to Japan and you'll see cutters to cut nori to make faces, so that when the daughter or the son opens up the lunch, it'll be a surprise of little, really beautiful, yeah. But a little bit of ginger here, and if they don't want to eat it, they don't have to, just for color.
Yeah.
But let's make the boys one now. The boys one, we'll do the same thing. We can turn this off. We'll do this. By the time they eat it, it'll be cold, but it'll still be really delicious.
That looks great.
Okay, and so we got that divided. Put some green on this side. Put some yellow on that side. Some pickled ginger on the side here. And we got 2 lunches ready to go.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, so you want to be the boy or the girl?
I prefer to be the boy.
Try that. They would eat it with their chopstick. They actually can eat it with their chopstick in Japan because they're so good at eating chopstick. But they also get forks or spoons to eat with it. It's a nice flavor.
It
is it good?
Yep.
You like it? It's really good, right? Okay, so we got that. But in the meantime, let's clean this up and get ready to make mochi.
Love it. The pickled ginger really adds to it.
The pickled ginger, yeah, like I said, if your kids don't like it, you don't need to add it, but it certainly is a good addition. Okay, this is the fun part, Pat.
All right.
Okay, so now you can see the mochi is cooked. It has that nice,
Nice texture, yeah.
and unfortunately, it has to be worked on when it's hot. So you can have delicate fingers. Do you like it with peanut butter
Oh, yes.
or
Yes.
okay? Or I have a surprise for you.
Like that too.
When I was in Japan a couple weeks ago, the sakura is all coming out now.
Yeah.
And this is really interesting. This is sakura. So instead of the red beans,
Yeah.
it's made out of the flour.
Wow.
I want you to try this.
All right.
So can you coat your hands?
Yes. But not too much.
So you just make a round like this and then you thin the outsides. And the reason you do this is so that when you fold it over, the filling will be right in the middle. And we'll make a traditional koshi ang. So what I usually do is I have the kids already form it, little balls, but I'm going to just squeeze them in here. And then, watch now.
Yeah.
I'm going to fold. Very similar if you make manopo or anything else, the concepts are the same. And fold, fold. You see? We got a beautiful mochi here.
Okay.
Okay, can you do
This should
that?
be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one.
Good.
Okay, here. Here. Hot. Remember hot?
Yeah, it is.
What do you want for your filling?
The surprise.
Which one? This?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I haven't tried it either because I just brought it back from Japan. So I have a feeling the main, you got it? The main part of it might be some kind of bean, but I can't read it. So,
Love it.
okay, so I'm gonna make a traditional. Got it? Nice and round.
Get in there.
Hey, that's
Not bad.
beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay, very good. Let's do some peanut butter now. You ready for your peanut butter?
Ready.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey Pat, why don't you try the peanut butter mochi and see if you like it? It's nice and warm right now, so
Yeah,
it'll be nice and soft. You like?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Peanut butter, soft and chewy. Love it.
Great. All right, we're almost done. This is the last one. See, it's already getting cold.
Yeah.
So
Harder to work.
It's going to be harder to work and watch. It's not going to form as beautifully as when it's hot, but you still have oh, look at that. How easy was that?
Thanks.
You could do this at home, right?
Even I could probably do
You
this
could
at home.
probably
This
do
is
this
true.
at home. Yes. Thank you for joining us for the Audrey Wilson Cooking Show, and thank you, Pat, for helping me.
Thanks for having me.
Don't you think that you learned a lot?
I did, for sure.
Yeah,
Had
so
fun.
we did 3 dishes. We did a rice bowl with 3 colors, corn, ground turkey or chicken, and peas with a little bit of pickled ginger. And then we made miso soup, very easy, with ichibang dashi. And then we made mochi. We made
Awesome.
mochi with koshiang. We made it with peanut butter and with the special sakura filling that I brought. Thank you very much.
Aloha.
Aloha.
The preceding program was a production of Naleo TV.